Welcome to CGBMentors, and a very congratulations to you that you selected in as a NABARD Grade A officer at just 24.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
I just want to know first, how are you feeling now?
It's a great feeling. It's I can't define we in the words. We can't define it in the words, I say.
Yes, I might be feeling relaxed and everything. Like I was settled now, you know.
Yeah, it's a sense of relief first of all, and beyond that, it's like good.
Yeah. So, Vivek, just introduce yourself with our audience.
Ma'am. So,
Hello.
ma'am, myself, Tembhare, belong to the Punjab district of Maharashtra. I have done my graduation from NIT Tiruchirappalli in instrumentation and control engineering. After that,
Mhm.
since 2022, I am preparing for the UPSC Civil Services examination. I
Okay,
have attempts of UPSC and written two mains of UPSC. And
very
since and now I was preparing for NABARD and RBI. So I am
good.
skipping to this exams and I am now in the NABARD grade.
Yes. Okay. So, Vivek, why did you choose NABARD?
Ma'am, NABARD is the kind of job which provides us the diverse sectors to work toward. Like it
Yes.
provides us space to work from climate change to cooperative sector, and from
Mm,
rural development sector. It's very like a vast sector, so we can contribute.
mm,
Since I am also belong to the rural area, and
yes.
NABARD provides me variety of scopes and vast scope to work toward my grassroots level.
Yes.
So I think it's a better career choice for me.
Okay. So, did you ever give other regulatory bodies exam along with UPSC?
Yes, ma'am. This was my first attempt for all the regulatory, and this year I gave all IFSC I have gave, IRD I have gave, RBI also I have gave, and this NABARD.
And you were more focused toward NABARD.
Yes, ma'am. I was more focused due to its a working profile mostly.
Okay. This was your first attempt for all the regulatory body exam.
This was my first attempt.
Okay, okay, very good, very good. And again, very congratulations that you cleared in the first attempt itself.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so let's start with your preparation strategy. So I would like to ask you about the non-merit section first. That what was your strategy and how you handled that section?
Okay, ma'am. So coming on the non-merit section, we
Mm,
have the five sections, that is quant reasoning English and
yes.
computer knowledge and decision making. So for quant reasoning and English, I have not done any special thing since they are asking basic questions. So I have just
Mhm.
revised basic concepts, and after that I have given 3-4 tests before the exam. And
Mhm.
for the decision making, I have watched the YouTube lectures which are available, and
Okay. Okay.
also for that I have given the test and solved the mock questions.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
computer knowledge, ma'am, it's also I have done the same, like all the things. I have first revised the basic PDFs of computer
Okay.
knowledge. After that, I have
Mhm.
given the test and PYQ analyze. I have done that much too much. Like
Okay.
based on PYQ, I have analyzed that what they are asking, what the level of question they are asking. So it helped me to as the exam and non-merit section especially, because
Okay.
there
Okay.
is one thing we can do in non-merit section from basic to
Mhm.
advanced. But what NABARD is asking, that we have to do up to that
Okay.
level.
Yes. So, Vivek, have you set some target that you have to attempt these much questions in this particular subjects like quant? You want to do 5 questions, 6 questions. So, what was your approach for that? And did you set some timeline for that? Ki I have to complete quant in 15 minute, reasoning in 15 minute. Like most of the student fail to manage time in these sections. So,
Yes, ma'am. since it is a non-merit section, so I
Yes.
have in back of my mind that I don't have to attempt all the questions. I have to
Okay.
attempt that much question by which I can clear the cutoff of non-merit section. So since if
Mm-hmm.
you see the example decision making, so that
Yes.
cutoff will go around 2 marks every year. So I have attempted
Yes.
5 questions and move on from that section. Because if I will give too much time, then I will face the problem in merit section. Same for
Mm-hmm.
computer knowledge I have done, and for quant reasoning English I have done the same. I have not solved all the questions. I have solved till the optimum limit which cutoff can go, and I can easily clear the cutoff. So that was my strategy. With minimum time and minimum attempt, I have to go through the non-merit section and move
Mm-hmm.
toward the merit section.
Okay. So what tip you want to give to the students who just fail to manage time in these sections and they just overdo, like they stuck some in some puzzle, they will continue with that. So what's tip you want to give there to those students?
Ma'am, I will say first start your preparation of this non-merit section with previous year question analysis. Because
Mm-hmm.
without that you can't go through the what NABARD is asking, because there is vast amount of things in decision making, computer knowledge also. There
Yes, yes.
is, so you can't prepare that in the small amount of time. So first analyze PYQs. After that solve the test series mocks as much as you can. And before
Mm-hmm.
exam, I would suggest that give this non-merit section mocks, because it will help you to gain the momentum at the last moment. Because if you
Yes.
will give, so momentum matters in non-merit section. So I will say give test at the last moment and revise basic concepts, and PYQ analysis is the ultimate thing, I will say.
Yes, that's a very good strategy for that. So let's come to the merit section, which plays a major role in your selection because that matters only, hai na? So first of all, let's talk about the GA section. How did you handle the GA? Because this year's GA in NABARD is very difficult. Like they have asked RBI question, circulars and finance questions as well. So how did you handle that, and how did you prepare for that?
Yes, ma'am. Since I told you that I was preparing for RBI
Yes,
also.
yes.
So RBI circulars I have done thoroughly. So
Mm-hmm.
questions from GA this year unexpectedly came from
Mm-hmm.
RBI circulars.
Yes,
So
yes,
I am
definitely.
in
A
that
lot of
section.
questions. Mm-hmm.
But I will suggest that focus more on financial newspapers, read financial newspapers, and focus more on financial circulars like RBI circulars, SEBI circulars, and NABARD
Mm-hmm.
circulars. Because
Yes.
without that, you can't attempt the financial questions very well, and it is
Mm-hmm.
more factual questions. So try to do the factual studies in these circulars. And for
Okay.
a PIB is the one of the most important source I can say for GA. And along
Okay.
with GA, it help in ESI and ARD also, because most of the
Mhm.
scheme questions they ask in ESI.
Yes, yes,
So
definitely.
I ultimately help us in assessing these sections, ESI especially, scheme based questions especially we can do at that.
Mhm. Okay. So, but what's your strategy for the ESI? Like it majorly revolves around like your economic survey budget and schemes. They rarely ask question from the static economics. So, how did you prepare for that?
Yes, ma'am. For a budget, ma'am, you have cracked it with compilation of budget of MCQ
Yes,
compilation, because I have
yes.
very less amount of time, so I have done with that only, and I have watched the YouTube lectures of
Mhm.
CrackGradeB. And for like economic survey, I have done the same way, and I have focused more on the agriculture topic, agriculture
Okay.
chapter of economic survey, because NABARD is focusing more on that. And
Yes, yes.
for scheme section, I will say uh, thoroughly revise last 4 months
Mhm.
PIB compilation, because
Okay.
schemes NABARD is asking from that part only, because if
Mhm.
scheme will current affairs, they will ask that for sure. So prepare that
Yes, yes.
thoroughly and go as much
Mhm.
deep you can go, because they are
Mhm.
asking much more deeper question nowadays in
Huh.
schemes especially.
So, which ministry schemes you followed much? Like, did you did all the schemes of every ministry, or just you focused on few one?
No, ma'am, since time was limited, so I have focused more on Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare schemes, Ministry of
Yes.
Rural Development schemes, and
Huh.
Ministry of Financial schemes. So these are the three important ministries which schemes NABARD is asking continuously, and other
Yes.
like
Really.
important and thematic schemes are there which you can go
Hmm.
through, so you can easily get down through this process.
Huh. So, like few ministry schemes you did, and you did the agriculture chapter from the economic survey and budget thoroughly. Okay, that's a very good strategy. Like you just read only which is relevant for the exam,
Yes, ma'am.
and multiple revision. I think you did for that.
Yes, ma'am. I have done multiple revision, because NABARD is asking factual question from these schemes,
Yes,
and
yes.
without revision we can't do that. And I have
Huh.
made the
Actually,
short also of that schemes to revise in
mm-hmm.
the like last, so that helped
Yes.
me.
Yes. So in ESI, or not just ESI and GA, like from schemes and these reports and everything, there were a lot of factual data is there. So what was your strategy to cram that factual data? Like most of the students face problem in cramming those data. So how did you retain the data?
Yes, ma'am. So I have told you that I have made the notes, short notes, especially for the last moment revision, because
Okay.
you can't do revision of all the datas since the
Hmm.
year. So I have done the revision of last 2 months data only, and I have
Hmm.
made the special note to revise at the last moment, and I have focused on the hot data, especially NABARD is focusing on related to
Yes.
agriculture development and
Hmm.
financial affairs. So I
Hmm.
have not done all the datas because there is vast amount and we can't do all that things in a small
Yes.
time.
There is a lot of under the sun. Yeah, so you can't do everything with. So, okay. So let's come to the agriculture section. As being an engineering student, that will be, I think, difficult for you. Like it's a completely biological subject, and every biological subject will come under that agriculture. Okay, so what was your strategy? How did you prepare for that agriculture? Because notes be freely available nahi hai. Not just notes, like in on an ICR and university website, there was not much information about that, na, agriculture ka. So how did you prepare for that in the first attempt that you
Ma'am,
cleared?
ma'am.
Hmm.
So for my agriculture ARD section especially, I have firstly analyzed PYQs
Yes, yes.
because I have seen that level of agriculture questions they are asking. So agriculture is the vast subject. So based on PYQ, I analyze that they are asking
Mhm.
generalist agriculture questions. We have not
Mhm.
to do go deep down and do PhD of agriculture. So I
Mhm.
have especially referred to the one another coaching notes
Yeah.
and got through that.
Okay, okay.
So I have done that only, and I have not done any special thing for ARD since time was limited. And for ARD, especially in the phase two, I will
Okay.
aid phase two also. So they are asking descriptive questions based on the thematic areas of the syllabus which NABARD is
Mhm.
mentioned. So I
Yes.
have prepared that question very well for descriptive section of ARD. And for my like objective, I have done through the PYQs only, and they are asking mostly repetitive questions. If we will see.
As repetitive question, like every year, like someone sometimes 21 ka question 23 में repeated है, 22 का 24 में, like they repeat questions very frequently, na. So
And they are
that
asking
was,
areas only.
yes, that was your strategy for the ARD. So I just want to know that how did you make some notes for that short notes, and how did you revise these things?
Ma'am, I have made short notes like based on PYQs analysis. I have analyzed that they are asking some questions repeatedly. So I have made that notes and what the things coming in current. So if things are
Mhm.
in current affairs in PYQs, then I will make the short notes of that things because if we will make the short notes of ultimately whole topics, then it become the long notes also. So
Yes,
we
yes,
need to
yes,
point. I will
yes.
say
Very,
we need to
very
be
good.
very smart to
Yes,
gauge the what question we can ask.
yes. We have to read only which is relevant for the exam based on the previous year questions. That's what your strategy, and that is very good strategy. Like अगर पढ़ने को बैठे तो कितना भी पढ़ सकते हैं, खत्म ही नहीं होगा, है ना? So we just need to read only the relevant things. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's come to the phase two, that how you prepared for the phase two. And before that, I just want to know ki when you start preparing for the NABARD exam, like how much month you gave for that preparation.
Ma'am, so I remember after notification only I started. Notification came on 27 July 2024. I remember the exact date.
Yes, yes, yes,
And
it
on
came.
3rd of August, and
I
3rd
think,
of August I started my preparation.
oh, very good, very good.
So
Like
it's a
you
very
just gave only one or
I
two
start very
months
late,
for that. Yes, that's very good. And you
ma'am.
cleared in, you cleared in first attempt. That's a very big opportunity, big congratulations, big celebration, and that. So let's come to the phase two preparation. Yeah? You got only few, like I think you just got not less than 1 month for phase two.
Yes, ma'am. Around 1 month, approximately 1 month only.
Approximately 1 month. So how did you prepare for the descriptive portion, and typing speed कैसे increase की? How did you handle that?
Ma'am, since for descriptive, ma'am, I have the UPSC background and written
Oh,
two mains. So for
okay.
UPSC mains, we have to do descriptive answer writing very well. So I have done
Yes.
the very much practice of answer writing in the UPSC
Mm.
itself. So it's
Yes.
not a new game for me. It's just
Mm.
I have to do the typing skills. I have to improve that, and for that I have write the PYQs and did the
Mm.
typing on that questions only. And
Okay.
I have like on the notepad and Grammarly, I have increased my typing skills and especially focus on the grammar because
Yes.
grammatical mistakes can reduce our chance. So I have focused
Yes.
on grammatical errors and try to minimize that.
Yes, very good. So, did you prepare for just selected topics for the descriptive, or you just read anything and write an answer on that? How, from where you did the answer writing practice for this agriculture?
Ma'am, since I have told that I have like Grammarly I have used and Notepad I have also done the practice because if you see the interface of NABARD descriptive answers,
Yes.
they do not track our grammatical mistakes. So I have to go to the like if we practice on the MS Word, they track our
Mhm.
grammatical errors. So I
Yes.
have used a simple interface like Notepad and Grammarly to
Mhm.
analyze our grammatical mistakes, and I have not practiced all the answers because it's I have very limited time. So I have based on PYQs, I have analyzed that which topics are NABARD favorite. They are asking and
Mhm.
focusing more on, and I have focused on the current affairs like topics which are NABARD can ask in ESI section especially.
Yes. Yes.
So I have PYQs, current affair topics, and
Mhm.
writing skill. That's all.
Uh, like most of the student they do like they make a list of few topics like post harvest हो गया organic farming हो गया from there their NABARD can did you do the same thing or just go through the current affair ki, like these are the topics and from there they want to they can ask the question and you write the answer to it.
Ma'am, I have also made the notes like 2 3 page notes are there for the
Okay, okay.
thematic NABARD can ask, and I have revised that. So clarity
Mm.
should be in the mind that I have not to move beyond this because there is vast amount of thing and anything NABARD can ask.
Definitely, yes.
So I have made the special plan that I have to do these things up to this time, and I have done that.
You have gone through the thematic topics which were repeatedly in current affairs. Huh? So that's very good strategy for that. Okay, so I just want to know your answer writing strategy means what structure you followed for your answers. कि कैसे आपने answer लिखा? What you have included in your answers? Like, if I am in a beginner, and what tip you want to give to me? कि ma'am, you have to write an answer like that.
So, ma'am, answer writing, there is a simple like strategy:
Yes,
introduction, body, conclusion. So
yes,
coming on the introduction part, introduction should
hmm,
be catchy always. Like
yes,
it should be the data, it should include database or it should be the definition base, so that
hmm,
evaluator can understand that the person has the good amount of knowledge about that topic. You can
yes,
give your good impression by introduction only. And
hmm,
coming on the body part, try to try to revise, try to create the multiple dimensions of the body questions which they are asking. If there are two
hmm,
three components, you can betterly like make the diverse points in the answer itself and body itself. So try
yes,
to be diversify your answer by adding more case
hmm,
studies, by adding more examples, and
yes,
by adding like more data, you can say. So this is the body part how I have done. And for
hmm,
conclusion, I have tried to end that with a quote or by some good data or futuristic solution of government of India.
okay. Very good. That's very good. And you followed point wise or paragraph?
No, ma'am, I have followed point-wise strategy only.
Okay, okay.
So the
That's very
dimension, I
okay. Yeah, so that every dimension is clearly visible to the examiner who is checking your copy. No? Yes, that's very good. So how did you handle that objective section of phase two?
ma'am,
Like there
I
was
will say this year it was unexpected.
hmm.
This year it was very high unexpected.
Yes, it was
So
very difficult, na? Like there was a question from economic survey on Manrega. They have given the वो graph ही पूरा दे दिया था उन्होंने and they have asked question on based on that. So how did you handle that?
that was my minimum attempts. I have
Okay.
attempted less questions and accuracy I
Hmm.
have attempted. And then
Yes,
I
very
have
good.
used the elimination the like phase two objective because there are multiple एक 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 आंसर था तो मैम उसमें multiple points थे तो elimination
Yes.
technique को किया मैंने और उसी से आंसर की तरफ जाने की कोशिश की, तो अल्टीमेटली आई थिंक एलिमिनेशन टेक्निक इन द ऑब्जेक्टिव वर्क्स अ लॉट। सो वही
Yeah.
स्ट्रेटेजी थी मेरी। आंसर्स
Uh,
क्वेश्चंस अब थे इस बार डीप एग्रीकल्चर क्वेश्चंस दे हैव आस्क्ड इन एग्रीकल्चर आल्सो।
Definitely hard. A deep agriculture question and ESI was also very difficult. They have asked like na every year they will ask the question from some factual data, but अभी in depth में जा करके बहुत चीजें पूछ ली थी, like है ना, like special economic zones पे question था that was not relevant to the NABARD exam, but yes still it was there.
इट वाज वेरी फैक्चुअल एग्जैक्टली एंड बहुत ही
Yes,
डीप था, मतलब वो नॉर्मल
this
सब्जेक्ट तो नहीं।
yes this year's objective section was very deep. So you did only the questions which was you sure to you and you use this elimination technique for that. Yes, that's good. And that's all about the phase 2. And I just want to know what was your experience of interview? What was the day?
Yes, ma'am. So my interview was on 3rd of February 2025. I have given
Mm-hmm.
from the Raipur RO. And ma'am,
Okay.
before interview, I have given the 4 mocks of various
Mm-hmm.
institutes. 2 mocks I have
Okay.
given of CrackGradeB. And ma'am, Rahul sir took our mock and sir gave us a very good feedback. So it
Yes.
helped me to analyze my my activeness. What is then I was fumbling too much in the interview also.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I
Okay.
analyzed what mistakes I am doing and what questions they can ask. Like I have
Mm-hmm.
made the list of and Rahul sir also gave. I think they shared the list of probable questions.
Yes. Yes. That was given there.
Yes, so I have prepared the answer for all that. Like
Mm.
according to my context, I have revised that and practiced that a lot. So that was a
Yeah.
strategy for interview, and on the final day, I have like gone through this strategy and that.
Okay, okay, okay. Very good, very good. So I just want to know how did our platform help you to crack this exam?
Okay, ma'am. So coming on the prelims stage, ma'am, CrackGradeB share the top 100 MCQs
Yes,
booklet like PDF. So
yes,
through that, we have seen the many questions in prelims in ARD and ESI and GA as well. So,
yes, yes.
and for ESI, I will say the concise material of the schemes that was help
Yes,
us to revise in the short time. And it was very like compartmentally given so that we should not confuse in the schemes. And it is given block wise, like so. It helped me to revise very well. And for my descriptive, you guys also shared the expected essay and later like PDF. So I have got
yes.
the one essay from that only. So
Okay, okay,
ultimately, through help in mom interview, I have given 2 mocks. So it helped me to analyze my performance.
okay.
So this is how
Um,
hard practically
okay,
helped
okay.
me.
Thank you. So the last question I want to ask you, okay, what was the relevance of the previous year question? Like most of the student neglect them. Yeah. So what was the relevance and importance of PYQs?
Ma'am, PYQs are I say the PYQs are the Bible of this exam. I
Yes,
will
yes.
say
Hmm.
के बिना कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता। PYQs अगर नहीं करोगे तो फिर तो कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता। Like PYQs is the ultimate exam. If you will not read any coaching notes चल जाएगा, but PYQ नहीं करोगे तो बहुत मुश्किल है।
Yes, that's very important for him because every year very many questions gets repeated. Even schemes कोई पुरानी scheme है वही उठा करके वापस से पूछ लिया उन्होंने, है ना?
सेम क्वेश्चन PYQs
Yes.
मैम अल्टीमेटली आई विल से ना इट्स बाइबल उसके बिना हो ही नहीं सकता।
Yes, that's good. That's okay. So, what tip you want to give to the beginners and non-agri student that how they can prepare for this NABARD exam?
मैम आई विल से टू स्टूडेंट्स फियर मत रखो एग्रीकल्चर का। दे आर नॉट आस्किंग डीप PhD वाला एग्रीकल्चर, दे आर आस्किंग जनरलिस्ट क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम एग्रीकल्चर एंड यू कैन रिवाइज इन 2-3 months वेरी वेल बाय गोइंग थ्रू सिलेक्टेड टॉपिक्स। और सब कुछ प्रिपेयर करने की जरूरत नहीं है। ESI में ESI सॉ नॉर्मल ESI क्वेश्चंस दे आर आस्किंग like based on schemes. If you will go through the current affair, if you will analyze PYQs, you can done with ESI section and ARD section very well. GA, I will say for read financial newspapers for GA section since they are focusing more on financial newses. And for
Yes,
answer writing, I will say practice is must. Mock test देने का try करो जितना हो सकता है. So you will as through that answer writing as well.
yes, yes.
This was
That's a very good strategy, and you have shared your experience with us. Thank you so much for that, and I wish you all the very best and much luck for your future.
thank you so much, ma'am.